Hi everyone. For those of you that do not know me, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Michael Walsh, and I am presently a member of the Select Board here in Westwood, where I have served for the last 6 years. I'd like to begin by taking a minute to thank our first responders in Westwood and across our state and country. Thank you from all of us for your commitment, your skill, and most importantly, your dedication to keeping us all healthy and safe every day, but especially in this unprecedented time. We are extremely grateful. As you may know, I am seeking to return to the Select Board for another term, and I'm asking for your vote in the upcoming town election, which is now scheduled for Tuesday, June 2nd. I was born in Mission Hill and grew up in Lower Mills section of Dorchester. I opened my law firm in Westwood 18 years ago, and 3 years later, my wife, Linda, and I moved here from West Roxbury with our 3 children, who have all gone through Westwood Public Schools. Marissa, our oldest daughter, is a junior at Bentley University, and my son Christopher is a first-year student at Providence College. My daughter Julie is a junior here at Westwood High School. My wife Linda and I are members of Westwood CPAC, and my wife is also presently serving as a member of the Westwood Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee. Westwood is our home and has been our home since 2005. I love this town so much that I immediately became involved by coaching Westwood Youth Soccer, teaching CCD, and becoming a Eucharistic minister at St. Margaret Mary's. I became president of the Downey PTO, and I served the president of the Westwood Elementary Schools Coalition, which was a 501c3 town-wide foundation that jointly raised over $100,000 during its time for all of our elementary schools, before each of the elementary schools had their own independent nonprofit organizations. I volunteer for numerous events across town, using my talent as a disc jockey, with everything from the I Am Strong Road Race to the Westwood Day Road Race to the Westwood Community Chest. I am also a member of the Westwood Rotary Club. I have served on the Select Board for 6 years alongside many dedicated town employees. I'm committed to ensuring that we have the best trained and highly qualified individuals working on behalf of Westwood residents. To that end, I recently helped select a new town administrator who will work with the Select Board to lead this town into the next decade. I am also the first Select Board member to volunteer to serve on state committees. That not only gives Westwood statewide recognition, but access to additional resources and grants, such as the Complete Streets program and the Safe Routes to School project, which happened at the Downey School, all of which help provide funding for sidewalks and intersection improvements. I am currently the secretary for the Massachusetts Municipal Select Board Association, where I have served for the last 2 years. It also provides valuable insight for our board on the issues that are facing other towns and our state. I have worked hard for Westwood, and I'm proud to be a part of some of the most important accomplishments in town during my time on the Select Board. After many years of neglect, our police station and our Islington Fire Station had become serious safety concerns for our first responders and our residents. However, during my time on the Select Board, we were able to build state-of-the-art police and fire stations, and that will serve our town and our families for generations. Both of these projects were accomplished within budget and without requiring tax overrides. This was possible because of our excellent financial management, which has qualified us for AAA bond rating and allowed us to borrow at the lowest interest rates possible. In addition, while we did all this, we were maintaining our top-notch ranking as one of the best schools in the state. Like many of you, I was drawn to Westwood largely because of the excellent schools. I have always supported our schools, and I believe that they are the key to keeping Westwood as one of the most desirable places to live in Massachusetts. We also began the Islington redevelopment project, a project that required extensive negotiations with the developer. As a Select Board representative, I fought tirelessly to reduce the size of the project as it was originally proposed, in order to meet the needs and the wants of the community. In hopes to have them remain on-site, I and other members of the town worked alongside with the owners of the MMO. We spent extensive hours and time negotiating a lease, and we were able to negotiate brand new exclusive space, a designated parking, a protected play area, and most importantly, no change in their rent for 5 years. However, after all these efforts, MMO still decided to close their doors and move on. Something, honestly, I was very disappointed to learn. University Station is another accomplishment that has thrived during my tenure on the Select Board. It has exceeded all revenue expectations and has contributed significantly to many municipal and school projects over the last 6 years. Revenue from University Station will provide a valuable contribution to the upcoming elementary school building project currently being developed by the school committee. This much-needed upgrade to our elementary schools is long overdue, and our parents and our children deserve it. One of the things I feel strongly about for Westwood is a commitment to open space. During my tenure on the Select Board, 14.7 acres of land have been preserved across the town so that our children and our grandchildren will have the opportunity to enjoy the natural beauty of our town. Westwood has also become a leading green community town in the Commonwealth. We have received multiple state grants to reduce our carbon footprint, and we will continue to support these measures and to help combat global warming. I am committed to supporting town-wide efforts to preserve our environment. I'll continue to work hard to keep the wood in Westwood. Perhaps the role I'm most proud of in my leadership is that of the chair of the Aid to the Elderly Committee. I truly have a soft spot for the elderly in our town. I take time off from work to attend almost every event at the Council of Aging for our seniors, and I help serve the meal. Not because I have to, but because I want to. I feel I get more out of it than the seniors do. I meet and I speak with them and I visit with them. I always have their support, and I want to continue to serve this group because they are one of the most important groups in our community. I have worked hard to keep our community affordable and for them to stay here, and I will continue to do so. During the recent pandemic, and because many of our drivers for the Meals on Wheels are older and unable to deliver food, I have been volunteering weekly to make sure that meals are delivered to those in need. I'd like to urge each of you to do whatever you can to support your elderly neighbors, particularly in this unusually difficult time. During my time on the Select Board, my phone has been and always will be open to you. I am here to hear your concerns. I speak to every single person who calls, and I work to address concerns or questions they may have on any issue. I use social media to continually update residents, not only on my Select Board page, but on my personal page, so that we remain open, transparent, and keep the community engaged. If you don't know me and don't follow me, please go to Facebook and find out for yourself and see how often I post. My family and I have called Westwood home for over 15 years. I live here, I work here, I volunteer here. I began my service to the town before I was elected and want to continue to serve as your elected official. We are currently in the midst of the biggest crisis of our time. Now is not the time for change in leadership. My experience, my commitment, my loyalty have delivered proven results for Westwood, and I am dedicated to assuring that Westwood continues to be one of the best towns in the Commonwealth. I am asking for you to allow me to continue to be one of the leaders of this town, but I cannot do that without your vote. Take the time to vote, whether in person on June 2nd or by absentee ballot, by sending in a request for an absentee ballot to our town clerk. Thank you for listening, and I ask for your vote. My name is Michael Walsh.